All right. Hello there, ladies, gentlemen, gamers, and everybody else. So, I come here with a thought and an opinion. I don't like the fact that external events and things that happen can get us to be happy and sad, and in extreme cases can make us go beyond what the scope of normal is when considering how sadness affects us specifically, which can then lead us to having a mental disorder. As you might be able to tell, I'm in a little bit of a weird emotional spot currently where I'm questioning a lot of basic things and my mind is a little all over the place trying to find some solace in understanding something that might not be able to be understood or is not even a question that really makes any sense. But regardless, we're going to keep going. One question I have when thinking about how external events affect us is, would this be what monks and the people who meditate try and do? Do they try and find happiness without external factors causing it? Or do they try and do what I try and do every day at work, which is try and numb myself and have no emotions? So, in essence, try and divorce external events from affecting us. My main thought is that this is might be Buddhism, but I'm not entirely sure as I don't actually know the beliefs of Buddhism. I'm just making an assumption from what I think might be correct based on what I've heard and what I know. However, the thing I further question when pondering this idea is that if external events cause the emotions of happiness and sadness, does that mean that these emotions are created and not inherent to us? This is a little bit of a complicated question that I don't really want to pursue too much further because it might get really confusing. So let's move forward with a different train of thought. So while talking about this, it might sound like I don't understand the fact that things in life make us happy and they make us sad. But I do understand this concept. However, I simply don't like it. This is because I do believe that everyone can be affected by external events differently, but for me specifically, the level that external events affect my personal happiness, state of mind, and emotions is very high, and as such, I'm making a video about it. When I say external events, I mean just what happens in life naturally and normally. This can include people coming and going, experiencing normal things both viewed as good and bad, like breaking up or getting a puppy, and so on and so forth. Many events decide my happiness and sadness, whereas I want it to be more controlled and self sufficient from these external events, not as influenced by these external factors, since it's causing me so much sadness. So I then pose the question, is this just impossible? Does the fact that we have to get happiness from external occurrences lead us to the doomed conclusion that because of this, we cannot control our own happiness? Well, maybe not. The next thought that I have is, can we control or have influence over the occurrences that occur in our lives that cause our emotions to be affected? Depending on where you are or how you are in life, this can be anywhere from, I think, a very strong yes to a very strong no, or anywhere in between. My personal issue is that I feel for various reasons that I won't get into right now because then it'll really make the video go all over the place and probably be a lot longer, is that I really can't control the occurrences. Plus, as an added bonus, society for all of us to different varying degrees, which mostly depends on our wealth, also forces certain occurrences on us. And the way society recently is, with the economy and the potential wars between a lot of the superpowers of the world, these are more bad than good. So going from here, the next question that I'm going to pose is, can we change how we react to the occurrences or how they affect us? If we can't change what the occurrences are, can we change how we react to them? I think the answer is similar to before, where it could be between a hard yes and a hard no, anywhere in between, for people depending on the person and where they are in life. However, for me personally, I believe that for a lot of people, and me included, it leans more towards no. Because if we were able to do this, I think people would achieve some sort of enlightenment. Imagine if you could just control what emotion you get from any event. It sounds almost unreal. Here's an example. Think about rewiring your brain so the reaction you get from getting cheated on by a significant other is, instead of one of sadness and possibly anger or any other bad emotion, it's instead one of happiness, which somewhat sounds wrong and already might exist with people who are called cucks. So let's take the emotional reaction of indifference. Now, this can branch out to a mass of other thought where we get morals included, but let's keep this discussion sort of clean of that, of morals, because once I involve morals into things, it just gets even more muddy, and this already might not be making a lot of sense to begin with. So, essentially, what I think I'm leading to with this idea is there a way to eliminate negative reactions? One of them being sadness from happening to a person despite whatever happens to them externally. So, even if this outlandish idea could possibly be done of eliminating negative reactions, we just don't react negatively to anything. Is it sound with this other popular idea where, without sadness, how can we truly understand and appreciate happiness? So, going forward, assuming that sadness is needed, I think the main issue that we have now in this very dark dimension that we live in is that there are too many things that are now happening externally that are getting a lot more of us sad. And I hope it can be lessened in some sort of way. I just don't really know how. And I was just thinking about it recently. That's sort of all of the idea that I have. If you guys enjoyed or have any opinions about this, tell me what you think in the comments below. I stream every day at Twitch TV/Tecnics channel. You could come over there and see me play games. And I hope you guys enjoyed.